internet is ablaze that in RHOA, we have the next Jen Shaw on our hands. Do you think we could, first of all, escorting is where this whole entire franchise is heading, right? We have Mia Thornton. I don't think an escort says stripper, but I think has been accused of it. We now have Brittany Eddy. We have, I feel as though we've had other people. I mean, isn't there even been your dear friend Luann's had rumor? I mean, I feel like we're heading to really the real hoes of, every city and the real hookers. And that's really where the franchise is going. And I mean, I love a prostitute. I'm here for it. So what are you hearing down in the,
Well, Melissa's old nose was on here and alluded to things. I mean, she
yes,
said,
the
with
women in,
Paulie and brothels. I mean, let's not also forget I had Nicole Carasquiglo on the Patreon who worked at Lookers with Melissa Gorga. Melissa's a stripper thing. So I
Erica
think,
Jane was a stripper. I mean, we are heading to, this is the real strippers of New York, Beverly Hills. I mean, this really is.
I think Kenya Moore is just right. And there's so many conflicting reports. Some people are saying Brittany wasn't even there. She never listen. If she says I have a gun and this and that, I think, this is, I mean, hello, Bravo. Hello. Like, let's look into this. But listen, Kenya Moore, whatever the pictures are, so say they're innocent and their insurance run, and she's like, welcome to my hair show, Miss Kenya Moore hair, and I have a big reveal while all the cameras are rolling, and she whips the curtains down, and it's a big picture of Brittany, or it's all those words that says insurance fraud. I'm sorry, Kenya Moore, bravo. Kenya Moore is an all-star. I think she knows what she's doing. She makes good TV. I love Miss Moore. Love her. I think she gets the assignment.
Apparently she got it big time. So because there's a lot of buzz in the ATL, but it does appear that she's been vindicated, as she said she would be, of those, whatever revenge porn allegations. So I'm going to be curious to see it all come together. That and RHOC, people are buzzing so much about RHOC. And by the way, did you see the meme that came out of Shannon Beador blowing into the breathalyzer with Archie, her dog, looking on, judging her?
Yes. Yes. To whoever saw that in the trailer, I mean, was he in the trailer or is this like a superimposed image? Because if someone watched the trailer and Archie was in the background and you kind of like when we see the Manjaro in the Lord Disick's refrigerator and some Eagle Eye fan says, isn't that 2 boxes of Manjaro? And now it's a thing. If Archie was in that trailer and someone just discovered it, you guys are so fucking good. Even if you're not and you superimpose this image, also bravo, no pun intended. Yes, I saw it, Sarah. It is a classic. Archibald Beador is looking on as Miss Beador is blowing into the breathalyzer. Archie is judging our favorite orange holder. Not really favorite. I mean, that would be Queen Dubrow. But lots of you don't love Queen Dubrow, so I can't argue. Everyone's entitled to an opinion. But yes, Archie is not pleased with his mother, judging her as she blows into a breathalyzer. And Archie is saying, you almost ended my life, mother dear.
I would think this is a life low for people when you're a grown person getting in and using the breathalyzer, but she doesn't seem phased, and Gina's with her, and they seem to be excited to get going.
Guys,
I can't. People are saying season 18 can't come soon enough. So Archie is definitely the voice of reason on this show. Oh my God, the internet
I
is
think what we might do on Patreon is we might, when New Jersey's fading out, we might do the RHOC recaps on Patreon. I mean, look, I'm hopeful. I am really hopeful based on this trailer. I hope I'm not wrong. I hope it's not a bunch of fluff. I think it is I give the trailer a 9 out of 10, not even an 8.9. I give it a solid 9 out of 10.
For RHOC season 18?
Maybe 8.9.
No, don't lower it. That's like amazing. No, people are
Well, you know what it is?
Excited about this.
We have a failed franchise before our very eyes, a toxic RHONJ, and it's not working. The ratings are going down. People are upset. all this stuff off air. Auntie Cohn just asked Teresa on Watch What Happens the other week about like all these things you're rumored to be doing with bloggers. I mean, thank you, Melissa Zolnos, for coming on the podcast. Whether it's true or not, the point is people aren't loving it. I think this is a return to form where it's pure relationships that Heather and Shannon and Alexis and the rat that scurries, she's in the corner getting a piece of Gouda. These are people that have known each other for like a decade plus, some of that. And so it's real relationships. Say what you want about Bert and Ernie, boring and more boring. Gina and Emily have now, how many seasons? I got to look it up. 7, 8, 6, 9. They have lasted longer in the RHOC history than 90% of the people on the damn show, other than Vicky and Tamra and Shannon and maybe Heather. So it's like even them. So it's like it's real relationships, but there's no bloggers being paid. There's no family members that hate each other. It's drama. And I mean, Shannon stuff is real. And I mean, the FBI with Pedantri, but it's not going low. It's like a return to form of pure what got us interested in Housewives, right? Like this is what got us into drama, fighting, this and that. And it seems Salt Lake-like to me. Everybody is having a moment in the trailer. Even Gina, for all my criticizing her, when she throws that racket down and Travis is mad at me and you're mad at me and Heather's mad at me and everyone's mad at me. Even Gina is bringing it. I mean, I'm
like
not
I said, I
really...
had Gina on in the fall and fell in love. Loved her. Gina's, I feel like you and Gina and I would get along great. She's totally not, she doesn't read the comments. She doesn't care. She has these beautiful kids. She's moved on with Travis and she's really has a great real estate career going.
I'm going back to the OC to Elizabeth Vargas's house. She's selling one of Elizabeth Vargas. Like Gina is the listing agent of Elizabeth Vargas's, not the house she's in now, but one of them. Like she's a real broker. Yeah.
And she's really taking it seriously. And, you know, what I respect about Gina is Gina has been dogged for so many years about being the poorest one. And, you know, she's just risen above that and she does own her home. She's separated from a guy who was not, I'm sure Matt is in a much better place, but seemed toxic and maybe even a little borderline abusive. I'm alleged. But anyhow, she's really like come around. And she said on my show, I was the first person to ask, is Shannon Beador drinking still? And this was like right after BravoCon. And she's like, yeah. She's like, I don't know how people went to BravoCon and no one asked Shannon post DUI, are you drinking? She said Shannon Beador is 100% drinking, and Gina was right. And nobody asked Shannon at BravoCon. I mean, that's insane. I don't know. To me, as a grown adult doing what Shannon did, I would think